another tattoo parlour. Might get something done today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you'll stop all your Viking tattoos?
Well, treble clef I thought would be really, you know. It was the orchestra's 250th anniversary, so I actually had the opportunity, and I don't really know this happening anywhere else, of a music director or chief conductor and his successor sharing a concert at the point when you know, the regime changes and you can do it happily and do it together. And that was very special to share a concert, the big gala concert of the Jubilee year with Andrew Litton, and yeah, and spend time with him. And then the week after, I was the chief conductor. So I was thrilled to come in at the airport and one of the baggage handlers telling me he can't wait for Thursday's concert, it's his favourite programme, or going into the wine bar up the road and the guy serving saying, yeah, he comes every week. It's lovely. I mean, it really feels like it's part of the fabric of the city, cultural and otherwise, that it's something which belongs to the Bergen people, which is just how it should be. Yeah. You can see the harbour. I can see a little bit more of the old tall ship. The things that make me most nervous here are conducting Grieg, which conducting Grieg here must be like conducting the Vienna New Year's Day concert. You know, it's music that they know absolutely backwards, and you're just sort of approaching from a distance at the moment. But I'm going to do a lot of Grieg actually here with them, and yeah, that's a very special occasion. I mean, the relationship with Grieg is obviously very specific because I mean he was here and so closely connected to the orchestra. But also it's a small place and they hang on to him. I mean, they really hug him as a musical personality, which is exactly the way it should be. A great musical personality, like the orchestra, connected to this small, beautiful town. When I've been energetic, I've walked up to the top of Fløen. And it wasn't this morning that I was going to do that, but maybe after rehearsals today I'll get up there. It's good. I really force myself to, because you can get cocooned in music so easily. I force myself to see the places I'm in. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of doing what we do if you're not engaging with the surroundings properly? A conductor and orchestra go to battle together, really. You know, to create something for an audience, and you don't really know each other until you've done that, and until you've done it a few times actually. So I kept coming back, and then I also started recording here, and we had a wonderful experience recording a disc of Bergen arrangements of earlier pieces, some Schubert, some Mahler, and we just both thought that, you know, it would be a relationship we'd really like to carry on, because those are the privileged relationships, the ones that you can really build up and hang on to when you know each other, because you're starting at such a higher point when you know the expectations of the orchestra, or that they know the expectations of the conductors. A wind section, ba 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 ba, about the way that the front of those notes come. It's not a marcato and it's not separate, but it just has that little bit of bubble in the sound. Can we try it at letter E? It's quite a big crescendo to the mezzo forte when it comes. It is a family, and you know, we take a break at 11:30 every morning, and there's an amazing canteen, and we all go and sit down and eat together. And it's, you know, that doesn't normally happen. The string sound has this combination of there's a voluptuous old school sound to it. It's like it's quite calorific, but it also has it moves around. It's flexible. It's like it feels like a lot of chamber musicians playing together, a lot of old school chamber musicians playing together, and that's really a centerpiece for me of what the orchestra is. And I delved a little bit deeper into that, and I found out that a lot of the violinists studied in the same school at the same time, and there really is a core of players. For such an international orchestra, there's a core of players which have retained that sound and spread it around the group, and I think that's so wonderful that it just carries on from generation to generation. You get more energy back than you give. That's the secret, I think. That's why we all want to do it non-stop. It's like a dynamo, basically. A dynamo that has a positive outcome. So you're always woken up by the orchestra and by the music, for sure. The digital console is a wonderful thing of people being able to see what we do, and if they can't come to concerts, see you know, the kind of work we do and the quality of the work we do. Why are we taking these things live? It's a live performance, and people sitting in that cinema or watching on their computer or listening on the radio, they want to they want to be part of that intoxicating, addictive experience of hearing live music, not sanitized, not safely done. So warts and all, that's what you have to give them. And I think it's brought a more risk-taking quality to our music making. We no longer think of a recording as a document of what a piece should be, which is what I feel was done for many decades. And now it's a performance of what we do, and it's one version. And it's important to think of, nothing's definitive, is it? It's important to think of music like that. It changes with the players, it changes with the mood of an orchestra, a conductor, an audience, and every night's different. Someone famously said, your vision for an orchestra is to put music on and hope an audience comes, which is kind of basic, but I'm not sure. I mean, one thing I can say for sure is that I want to widen the diet of what the orchestra do, so we're going to do more Haydn and take the orchestra's rep further back, but also more new music. So, we'll keep with the traditional pieces, the central repertoire, the early 20th century, the big, the late 19th century pieces, but widen the diet, because that's good for an audience to experience as much of a range of music as possible. We want to be known outside Bergen better. We want to be known inside Bergen better. And it's a combination of things. And I know that with this relationship, we'll keep challenging each other to push our boundaries of what we're expecting and what we need in terms of our music making, and that can only be healthy.